Angel, and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams, and we're located here on the square in Jacksonville. And just recently, the other day, I was out walking around and realizing how many cool personalities there are in our neighborhood. A lot of cool individual business owners, and just kind of thought it might be fun to bring some of them in and talk to them and introduce you to them. Because at the end of the day, we all want to do business with people we know and like and trust. And what better way to get to know some of our cool local business people than to bring them in and talk with them. So today I have with me Edward Sturkey, and his place is just right around the corner, and it is the
Edward's Nail Lounge.
Edward's Nail Lounge.
Yes,
Okay. And if you would just tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to Jacksonville, and just kind of go from there.
Well, my name is Edward Sturkey, obviously,
Yes.
and I grew up in Ohatchee, Alabama, born and raised. I graduated high school from Anniston High School, though,
Okay.
actually. Graduated from Jacksonville State 2011. Moved from here to Indianapolis, Indiana. I worked as a bodily injury claims adjuster for State Farm. So I lived there for about 5 years, and then I moved from there to Phoenix, Arizona. Lived there for about a year, and that's kind of like when I had that rock bottom moment, and I felt like, hey, it's time to go back home. So loaded up my car, drove 2 days back to my hometown, Ohatchee, and on the drive, I just thought, what can I do? What background do I have? What can I fall back on? And nails was the only skill that I had. So on that 2-day drive, I just came up with a plan. My plan was I actually wanted to be the only nail tech in a busy hair salon. And that's kind of the route that I took. I hit some obstacles along the way. And with every obstacle that I faced, I thought to myself that the best thing for me to do is to just do it by myself and just count on myself. So I took my last $700 and I bought nail supplies enough for a week. And I felt like if
that's scary.
right. And I felt like, okay, if I can just put myself out there, if I can just work hard, I can do enough nails to where I can buy more supplies as I go.
Mm-hmm.
I started out with only 8 gel polishes.
Oh my gosh.
And
what year was this again?
This was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started out with only 8 gel polishes, and I just believed in myself. I was broke, had no money, like nothing basically. So I couldn't really afford a haircut. So I just threw a hat on my head every day, and I just grew a beard, and then that just became who I was. And I had been in the corporate world, and I had been suit and tie every day, and dressed up every day. But that wasn't the essence of who I was. I'm a small town guy, country boy, and a nail tech, and that's basically who I am. So started out a couple different places, but I moved to the square. I don't really remember what year it was. I think it was 2019. Started there, and things just began to grow really, really quick. And I was at my first location on the square for about a year, and then Whitney comes, and then pretty soon we decide we're gonna need a bigger building. So then we moved to the newest location that we're at now, and things just continue to grow, and it just continuously gets busy, and that's basically how I ended up here on the square.
How many hairdressers are in the place?
I think there's four and an assistant.
And just like you said, you're the only nail tech.
Yes, ma'am. I'm the only nail tech right now. I am looking for help, so if anybody's interested. But basically, I just want to get the right people inside.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I didn't even know that story. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the short version, though.
Yeah. Well, very
Right.
cool. Well, so what's the difference in your opinion of big city living versus being back here?
Well, I was pretty young when I decided that I did not want to live in Alabama. Basically because of just some things that I faced as a child, and I just remember summer times growing up in Ohatchee, and not anything to do. Nowhere to go. All I had to do was just go outside or go fishing or something like that. So I was always drawn to the big city, you know, somewhere where I could at least have a lot of things around me that I could do and a lot of activities. But the big city has its pros, and again, it also has its cons, you know.
Yeah.
And me being somewhere where I didn't have any family, it just, and my daughter being here, it just wasn't, you know, feasible for me to stay.
Right.
So I like the small town, the country, better than the big city.
Yeah, I was the same. I thought I wanted to go somewhere big until
Right.
I was somewhere big, and then I was like, "Get me out of here!" You know.
Right.
And we were bragging the other day, literally no light, no traffic light to get to work from the
Mhm.
house. I mean, I don't know if that's everyone would think that was a win, but
Right.
I do.
Right.
So, and how old is your daughter?
She's 13 years old.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. And what is? You told me before that she was into bowling. Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, she's a cheerleader, and also she's on a middle school bowling team.
I didn't even know they had bowling in school. That's
Right,
pretty cool.
yeah.
And you didn't either till
No,
she was
not
on
to
it.
this year. Yes, ma'am. They have them mostly in Etowah County,
Okay.
but none of the teams around here, schools around here have bowling teams.
Okay. Interesting. Well, back to the store again, just for a minute. I never was a person that got nails done until one day I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna go and start this. And it's not always 100% easy to get in with you, and that's a good thing for
Right.
you because I mean you're busy. But you go to Booksy. Is that the only way you book your appointments? Because I think that's really cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Very easy.
EdwardsNailLounge.Booksy.com is the best way to get in.
Okay.
However, it is extremely difficult to get in. So a lot of people they do walk in and try to make an appointment because they can't get in on the app.
Mm-hmm.
So in those cases, I feel like, you know, it's good to reward them. So I
Yeah.
try to get them in as soon as possible.
Right.
But I offer everybody what I have available, even though it may be months out in advance. But
Mm-hmm.
until I find some help, then that's just the way it has to go right now.
Right. Well, what I enjoy about your place is just, well, A, being able to walk over there to it, but also just to get to sit and talk with you because you're interesting and you're just an easy person to be around. So I just appreciate just the nice little quick break in my day to run over and visit with you a little bit and get some nails done while I'm at it.
Right.
So, well, is there anything else you'd like to share about yourself or about, you know, what are your plans for the future?
Oh man, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm basically, because I've been at the bottom. I just take what comes to me. You know, there was a time in life where I had nothing but bad luck, and then just one day things started to shift and started to change, and something good happened, and it's been a steadily increase ever since. And you know, I don't know what the next move is gonna be, but I'm prepared for whatever that it may be.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I encourage you. Like, I'm happy for your success, and just wish you so much more in the future. And
Thank you.
look forward to getting to know you better.
Thank you.
And invite everybody to get to know you better because you're a cool guy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What's your favorite thing about Jacksonville? And then I'll let you go.
Jacksonville, what's my favorite thing? I really like the close knitness of the community. People are really friendly, and everyone pretty much gets to know everyone, and that's what I like the most
Very
about
cool.
Jacksonville.
Well, we're glad to have you here.